Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 1522. And I am Mike Matthews, broadcasting from Cafe Anyway, located somewhere in Podcastro Valley, in the Bay Area, the last place on earth. I am your host for this podcast, where we take a whiz-bang look at the world, and then we whiz all over it. What? No, we don't do that because that's Mike's Daily Podcast. Unsanitary. Wow, so we got the new year coming up soon. Mike's Daily Podcast. I looked back on this past year last night as I was trying to get to sleep, and then something did creep into my head, and there was a lot of stuff in this year I was not too happy about. And one of those things was, ow, my foot hurt so bad. Mike's Daily Podcast. I had 2 months of pain walking on it, and it has finally healed up, thankfully. Mike's. That's good. Daily. And my mom had some leg issues this year. Yeah. She had fallen down and hurt her leg, and it took about 3 months for that to heal. So it was a year of healing, and my dog got really sick. Basil the Boxer back in March. Oh, that was scary because it looked like the end, but he bounced back, thankfully. And there's just been some, mostly health stuff that was not good this year. So hopefully next year will be a better year. And look who just walked in to our show here at Cafe Anyway, where there's an awful, stupid Malwarebytes window that pops up on my computer that prevents me from hitting this button when I say Cafe Anyway.
Anyway.
There we go. Someone should fix that. Someone like an engineer. Speaking of which, hello, Mike. This is John Deere, the engineer. It's my day off today. Oh, all right. Look who else is here. Hello, Michael Matthew. It's Madame.
You've got to be kidding me.
I have no idea what that voice was, and look who else is here.
Hello there, Mike. This is Valentino, the parking attendant.
And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that?
Well, it's not my fault.
Yeah, it's not our fault that your thing didn't work with the other character's voice day.
Yeah. I don't know.
What is the matter with you?
And here's today's podcast picture.
Do you want to try again? Michael Matthews, it's Madame Rootabega. Oh, that worked perfectly. Excellent. What's going on, madam? Well, Michael Matthews, I'm so excited about 2018. Oh, yes, 2018. Wow. So we've kindly, we have you and I gone through this show so far. It's been a kindly affair. No massive Volkswagen burritos this show yet. Though I did hear from Kevin, who once did the segment, several times actually, did the segment called Addendum with Kevin.
Addendum with Kevin.
He liked the Volkswagen burrito reference. And I had a Volkswagen burrito. Actually, I forgot to mention on the last show. On Wednesday, I was so hungry, and we've got this taqueria that's close by that makes these enormous, beautiful breakfast burritos. Huge, full of chorizo and potato and other Spanish words like potato. And it was so good. And they shove it in this burrito. And there's like 4 different types of tortilla you can get. You can get wheat, spinach, and tomato. Oh, gosh, this burrito. But it caused the rest of my day to be like I'd have this, I want to go do something. And then all of a sudden, kind of like that stupid sound effect you hear in every movie trailer now. Man, we can't break into that bank. We'll get shot. Not if we do it my way. And in the same frickin' trailer, every single trailer is exactly the same. Why do we have this? And why are you in every single trailer?
All right.
You've got to not be in a trailer for once.
All right.
Oh my gosh, this is why I don't see movies anymore. It's the same frickin'... And those sound effects brought to you by a movie.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 1522. And I am Mike Matthews, broadcasting from Cafe Anyway, located somewhere in Podcastro Valley, in the Bay Area, the last place on earth. I am your host for this podcast, where we take a whiz-bang look at the world, and then we whiz all over it. What? No, we don't do that because that's Mike's Daily Podcast. Unsanitary. Wow, so we got the new year coming up soon. Mike's Daily Podcast. I looked back on this past year last night as I was trying to get to sleep, and then something did creep into my head, and there was a lot of stuff in this year I was not too happy about. And one of those things was, ow, my foot hurt so bad. Mike's Daily Podcast. I had 2 months of pain walking on it, and it is finally healed up, thankfully. Mike's. That's good. Daily. And my mom had some leg issues this year. Yeah. She had fallen down and hurt her leg, and it took about 3 months for that to heal. So it was a year of healing, and my dog got really sick. Basil the Boxer back in March. Oh, that was scary because it looked like the end, but he bounced back, thankfully. And there's just been some, mostly health stuff that was not good this year. So hopefully next year will be a better year. And look who just walked in to our show here at Cafe Anyway, where there's an awful stupid malware bytes window that pops up on my computer that prevents me from hitting this button when I say Cafe Anyway.
Anyway.
There we go. Someone should fix that. Someone like an engineer. Speaking of which...
Hello, Mike. This is John Deere, the engineer. It's my day off today.
Oh, all right. Look who else is here. Hello, Michael Matthew. It's Madame.
You've got to be kidding me.
I have no idea what that voice was. And look who else is here.
Hello there, Mike. This is Valentino, the parking attendant.
And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that?
Well, it's not my fault.
Yeah, it's not our fault that your thing didn't work with the other character's voice day.
Yeah. I don't know.
What is the matter with you?
And here's today's podcast picture.
Do you want to try again? Michael Matthews, it's Madame Rootabega. Oh, that worked perfectly. Excellent. What's going on, madam? Well, Michael Matthews, I'm so excited about 2018. Oh, yes, 2018. Wow. So we've kindly, we have you and I gone through this show so far. It's been a kindly affair. No massive Volkswagen burritos this show yet. Though I did hear from Kevin, who once did the segment, several times actually, did the segment called Addendum with Kevin.
Addendum with Kevin.
He liked the Volkswagen burrito reference. And I had a Volkswagen burrito. Actually, I forgot to mention on the last show. On Wednesday, I was so hungry, and we've got this taqueria that's close by that makes these enormous, beautiful breakfast burritos. Huge, full of chorizo and potato and other Spanish words like potato. And it was so good. And they shove it in this burrito. And there's like 4 different types of tortilla you can get. You can get wheat, spinach, and tomato. Oh, gosh, this burrito. But it caused the rest of my day to be like I'd have this, something. Old girl from all those British movies. The harvest left no food for you to eat. I am a creepy hipster with my beard, and I'm going to sing to you this song. I hope you like it, because I'm really talented, and I'm married to that girl from Doctor Who sees those stone angels, and they come at you and turn you into a back-in-time person with strength and pain, and I can't think of her name. I keep wanting to say Catherine Keener, but that's not her. Kick it in! Because that's a damn banjo in your frickin' face. And you're gonna like it. Okay, enough of that. Thank you, Mumford & Sons. Who is he married to now? I can't think of her name. Actress, it is the girl from Carey Mulligan. God, Catherine Keener, Carey Mulligan. Why? Oh my God, I thought Marcus Mumford was from England. He's from Anaheim, California. What? And he's 30, and he doesn't have a beard, and I am so wrong on so many levels. Hey, I was speaking to my hipster friend. Oh, he's not a hipster, he's a millennial. His name is Haley. Haley doesn't listen to the show anymore. But that's all right, because I got Kevin, maybe, if he's still listening. And Kevin, he would say to Haley, you need to drink more beer, because Kevin works at a brewery called 21st Amendment, and it's awesome.
Beer.
But Haley told me yesterday, I had finally seen Haley. It had been months and months and months. And Haley told me that he likes beer now, but he likes the dark beer. Ooh, dark beer. Ooh. Dark beer. And so,
beer.
I think 21st Amendment has some dark beers that are very delicious. So, that's all I wanted to get out there is, you said you loved me. And then I had I've had the Mumford & Sons on the mind. I've had the Manchester Orchestra band on the mind, and what other bands with the letter M? Jesus and Mary Chain. That's right. That band's been on my mind too. Jesus and Mary Chain. Do you remember their big song? Let's sing one together, shall we? Let's sing it. Just Like Honey. Do you remember that one? It goes a little like this. Listen to the girl as she takes on half the world, moving up and so alive in her honey, dripping beehive. How is this song supposed to sound? I don't know what the hell this... I am not even beginning to sing this correctly. Let's see. Ooh, they got the official video right here. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I was really off. See, Haley would like this song. Even though it came out 20 years before he was born, he would like this song. Oh, that sounds much better. These guys looked a lot like The Cure, and their hair was floppy and all over the place and wonderful. And I have no hair. But I'm not going to play the womp, womp, womp. I'm just going to play this because... that little sound effect.
I'm going to need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow.
No, it's Saturday.
That would be great.
No,
okay.
I'm not going to do it.
Sorry.
And I'm not going to get drunk and try and say the name of my country.
The United States.
I'm not going to do it.
The United States.
Not going to happen. So that is the part of the show where I was trying to get some information out. I had a very interesting experience as we're about 15 minutes. Why don't we start the show now, as Greg Proops would say. And no, we go to Dave Attell, because Dave Attell would say a joke, something like this, only be 50 billion times better. He would say, 21st century. I got 21st Amendment on the mind. Hey, 21st century, you're looking pretty good. I guess on Monday you're gonna be legal now. Huh? 'Cause I'm creepy old man. 2018, you're gonna be legal now. No, I can't do the creepy old guy thing quite yet. Maybe this time next year I'll be able to get that down. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to maybe.
Are you crazy?
I am. Let's get over to this real thing. So I was walking Basil the Boxer, and we were having this moment where we were at a campground, because we had walked quite far in Podcastro Valley, and we were in a campground. We were walking around, and suddenly I walked into an ISIS picnic, which I felt a little scared, a little bit nervous. I was, what? No, it was not an ISIS picnic. I don't know what it was. It was a picnic where somebody came up to me with a very large German Shepherd, and he's smiling the whole time, and this German Shepherd looks all ferocious until my dog looked at it, and the German Shepherd kind of did this whole, I don't know what to do, and he walked away. It was crazy. Okay, I only call it an ISIS picnic because there was lots of men, and I was in a completely different country. I wasn't in this one, and now the story has veered off into fantasy. There were tents. There were tents at this picnic, too. Maybe there was 2 tents, and that's why I need to relax. The thing is we have a interesting place where we have in the Bay Area. Dave Attell is going to be performing this weekend somewhere, and you can get large burritos. And if you get a container full of garlic from Costco, make sure to take that container and stick it in a sealable bag, because the smells from that garlic will waft out, because there's a little valve in there. It will make your entire fridge stink to high heaven, as I had to tell my roommate. Can you put that in a bag? And he said, yeah. Oh, you're right. That does have a little valve in it. And that's the whole thing, is trying to understand each other. It's trying to communicate. It's communication. It's not having preconceived notions about each other and thinking, Mumford is a hipster from England, when he's really from Anaheim, and he shaves his face. And it doesn't mean that everyone who's a hipster has to have a beard. It means that they have to have tattoos. But it means that we have to watch the Lindsey Buckingham Behind the Music on YouTube, because it's free. And I'm going to cancel Netflix soon, and all I'm going to do is watch stuff on YouTube, because there's just so much stuff to watch, so much crap. And ISIS videos. No, I don't want to watch those. But I want to watch the Lindsey Buckingham Behind the Music again, because I realized that guy came from the Bay Area, and that guy was quite talented. He was in a couple of bands before Fleetwood Mac. He performed many times live with Stevie Nicks before they were in Fleetwood Mac. They had a relationship. They met in San Jose State, which I did not know. So love that. And you may not be the biggest Lindsey Buckingham fan. Can I tell you my favorite Lindsey Buckingham song? You'll go, what? I don't know that one. It goes a little something like this, if Mike can get it up on the phrasing. For some reason, this song is my favorite. Yes, you're like, oh, Mike, this is horrible. But hey, it's a countdown. we're counting down to the new year. So, well, I'm glad I got it up.
Phrasing.
But that's Lindsey Buckingham for you. And then soon we'll be able to say
Happy New Year!
Looking forward to that. What the heck? All right, I guess I have to get to a little bit of news here, and that would some sad news about a New York City fire. At least 12 dead in a fast-moving New York City apartment fire. This is going on. It actually swept through the Bronx apartment building last night and was the worst fire in the city since 1990. Bad year for fires because, well, it has now... A couple weeks ago, I was talking about the Thomas fire down in Ventura, which burned down the little duplex I lived in for 10 years. Back a couple weeks ago when I was talking about it, it was still only the third worst wildfire in California history. Now, it is the worst wildfire in California history and in the history of the U.S. Was that bad. And it's still not contained. It's 90% or so. But what? New JFK documents offer fresh leads 54 years later. Half a dozen 2017 releases of long secret documents, remember they came out a little earlier this year, about the assassination of John F. Kennedy have given plenty of new leads to those who don't believe alleged gunman Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone. Donald Trump promised via Twitter this fall that all the JFK assassination documents will be public by the end of April of next year to put any and all conspiracies to rest. As you know, our president is big on conspiracy.
We had to make the move, and we decided to make the move. I know what's good and bad.
And, you know...
WikiLeaks! I love WikiLeaks!
That's his number one source for information is WikiLeaks. So, the 34,963 documents released so far in 2017 have fed the fire, tended by researchers and others who believe there is much more to the story, how JFK was assassinated in Dallas 54 years ago. The author of Kennedy Half Century wrote, "We haven't had a document that lists the conspiracies in the murder of President Kennedy. What we have gotten is a lot of rich material, not just about the Kennedy assassination, but the times in which they were in the 1991 movie, JFK, that Oliver Stone did, and I can barely stand Oliver Stone anymore. Oh, boy. Just... Okay, he had his big moment with the...
Greed is good.
Wow, that's so low. Do that one more time for me, Michael Douglas.
Greed is good.
That got edited, too, because it takes him a long time to say greed is good. But in the movie, the other Oliver Stone movie, JFK, that led Congress to require... That movie actually required the release of the documents that ended up happening this year. Well, most of the documents. To be released, these documents more than 2 decades after they were reviewed for national security purposes and to protect past informants. The film, which challenged the official version of the assassination, brought conspiracy theorists into the mainstream and led other Americans to question the official version of events. The Miami Herald and the Fort Worth Star-Telegram have poured over thousands of newly released JFK documents. They have found out Dallas mayor was a CIA asset. They found that the bar in New Orleans. What? Pena, a bar owner in New Orleans. Oswald was a U.S. government agent for informants. Orest Pena said this. Okay. Pena himself was an informant. He had given details to the Warren Commission in July of 1964, but as new documents show, he later revealed much more detail about Warren de Bruges, an FBI agent in New Orleans to whom Pena said he reported. Oswald, he claimed, frequented a breakfast place regularly, not only with de Bruges, but with agents from U.S. Customs and Immigration in New Orleans. As we go outside a cafe anyway, we're bringing you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcaster Valley. The rest of that is in the Tribune Washington Bureau, if you'd like to read that. And it's also on MSN. Thanks for this musical romp. Thank you for this romp through the conspiracies of our government. And thank you for being so kindly to this show. Next show, we will have the wonderful Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, and John Deere the Engineer. I will try and do one on New Year's Day. But I guess this is the last show of 2017. Wow. That ended quick, huh? What a year. I hope next year is a much better year. I hope we get a lot less stress, a lot more happiness. How about that? Let's do that. Let's kindly do that. I'll talk to you next year in the great 2018, the legal 2018. Thank you.
Mike is awesome. I think everyone wants to beat the stock market, and sexy is the way you beat the stock market, right? Kind of. I get it. You have to take a little bit of chance to get a big winner.
And long story short, I love a good lead singer. Now, this is Jude in the Lion, suit and jacket. I kind of try to put a lot of effort into the music of this show. Me and Mike. Mike's my producer. He's also known as... Are you number 9 or number 10?
10.
Number 10. In the many years that I've worked here, he's the 10th producer. Keep in mind, one has died, one's got kidney failure. It doesn't look pretty for him. One's moved on, another's moved on. Yeah, longevity doesn't run in the position, but...
I'm out of here.
I'm always pleased that he's here. And Suit and Jacket says, I ain't trading my dreams for no 401k, and I ain't giving this fire for a cold, cold heart. So don't say I'm getting colder, because I'll say it when I do. You see me every Friday bringing my mail for the week, and it's stacks of mail that I have to rip paper up and shred. And
There's a letter in your mailbox.
What's that from? George Carlin.
Oh, my gosh.
I would prefer that. You've got mail. You got mail. Yay.
You got mail.
Thank you. How do you have that so fast?
You've got mail.
Okay, I'm changing the topic because he can hit buttons that I don't know even exist.
That when we look at, we're like, So I talk to Mike, my producer, every day. I'm like, hey, Mike, how you doing? He's like, good. And we have a little banter back and forth. And he sounds happy to me. I'm like, he's happy. A couple months from now, if the economy's not doing so well, he's like, oh, I had a rough day. And I might project that his rough day, walking his dog, equals, I'm not going to go spend money on the economy. It's funny because consumer confidence is like, how do we feel about other people's feelings? Consumer sentiment fell more than expected in December.
Samsung has given Apple the best gift they could possibly dream of. They've stopped Note 7 sales after exploding batteries. It's pretty good, Mike. You're pretty fast on that button. Faster than I am keeping up with the stories.
Mike and myself put a lot of effort into the music and into bringing you something fresh and new, and sound effects included. So hopefully you appreciate that, because I think it's kind of cool what we're trying to pull off and what we're trying to accomplish on a regular basis.
Because let's say right now I work for Salem Communications, and let's say I get a big job at NBC. You are good. Board op of the year. You may get a butt cake and a succulent this year. So, anyway, long story short, I'm just making that.
You will never, ever, ever have a career in singing.
I will never, ever have a career in singing. That's kind of true. Just gonna have to rub that in. You'll never kiss a girl. How about that, Mike? Huh? You want to pick a fight with me? I've got the microphone. But then again, you can turn the microphone off.
And informative. It was fun-formative.
Fun-formative.
The podcast picture today, I have no idea. It's going to be some nice scenic thing. And it's really a shame that I didn't think of this ahead of time. Oh, you know what? I'm going to find out what it is right now. Here, go ahead and make make something up and say something.
Everybody make some noise! Woo! Bringing to you live from Podcaster Valentino, Mike's Daily Podcast.
Just want to tell you this is the slowest computer on planet Earth.
And now, for your entertainment, the one, the only, Mike Matthews with the Podcast Picture!
That was so nice. How about this nice sunset picture? Do you like that?
It's a beautiful sunset picture.
I took that one. Thank you. Wouldn't that be funny, all that build up, and I just come out and go, oh, hi. So anyway, this was at Jacqueline Square.
Oh, yeah.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. Email Mike now at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!